Alright, so I've got a dishwasher that is not spraying the water. Last week it was my dryer that broke and I had to fix that, and this week it's my dishwasher. So I've been watching some videos on YouTube and I'm gonna try and check this dishwasher and see if I can't get it to spray. I'm gonna try and see what's going on with this thing. If we can figure out how to take it apart. Alright, so let that guy open. We'll go ahead and show you what's going on in there. Got that guy apart. So you get a little look-see inside. Looks pretty clean. Little motor seems to... Oh, this is the magnet one. Okay, so this is what they say it is. Maybe we'll take this line off and make sure this isn't clogged right here. Clogged. There. We want to find a clog, unclog it. So I've got this problem where basically you turn it on and it's just not spraying water anywhere and going through its cycle, and they tell you to come in and like check the pumps to make sure that they're working. It could be like this kind of relay thing over here. One guy was trying to replace this part. I don't know that it's this part right here. I'm hoping it's not, because that's a replacement part. I'm probably not going to buy any replacement parts. So I'm hoping to kind of get this thing working, but looks good. It doesn't really turn up here. So my problem is I need to turn this direction, but then all this apparatus is hitting them. Doesn't seem to want to turn in another direction. It's got this tab over here that kind of does nothing. I mean, piece in there. Seem to have a lock jamming it up. We want to find blockage someplace. We're not finding what we'd like to find. Okay, so I just kind of put everything back together and restarted it. It seems to want to kind of work now. Checking for leaks. I don't know what I did. Maybe just disconnecting some electrical connections and putting it back in there. Did it? Maybe it's still not fixed. Well, it sounds like it is. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I checked both the pumps. Checked some of the lines. I didn't really find any blockage. I don't know, maybe something got freed up, or we'll call it a success, I guess. We don't know what we did, but I removed the dishwasher is all I did, and we took it apart, put it back together, didn't find anything, started it up again, seems to be working. This is a Whirlpool. Seems to be draining okay. That wasn't an issue. The issue was getting the water to spray. And I guess we got it. I got this thing used. My old dishwasher crapped out on me. Kind of wish I'd worked on that. This wasn't cleaning the dishes very well. It was in a Mana. And this is a Whirlpool and someone was giving this away. Let's see what's going on inside. It seems to be draining okay. So what I did is I took all this apart. Back in here you could see sort of in the back where the water comes out and travels down. I took all that apart, and then last night I pulled the screen out and sort of cleaned the screen as best I could. I could really probably soak it in some vinegar, but that comes out and just locks in, and I took the screen out too, so I don't really want to mess with that too much, but so I thought that's where the issue was. Oh boy. There we go. Okay, and then I thought this is like a float. I guess it detects how much water there is. And I also took this guy apart. This was pretty easy. Just twist that off. I didn't see anything in there. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not really sure what's going on with it. I did have a problem where there was a lot of residue. I noticed there was detergent residue all over the dishes, and sometimes this box wouldn't open up. And so I kind of cleaned all this out with vinegar and just kind of ran some vinegar through it. That's probably why it's white down there. So maybe that sitting in vinegar a little bit over the night helped, but seems to be doing okay. We'll see how it cleans the dishes. Seems to be back in action. So do have a little bit of water showing up down here. You can see this is all rusty, so I think there's like some water leaking off this corner. It's kind of a chronic problem. I did get it for free, so I can't really complain. But it's been working for a few years. Kind of into fixing appliances lately. Why not? So what the electrical wire I disconnected was this guy right there while it was plugged in. And then I took these two, I disconnected each one of these pumps. That pump and that pump. And then just reconnected them, you know, basically, because I couldn't find anything in there. And disconnected a couple of the hoses. I never disconnected this hose, because that's a pain in the butt. I guess it's working. It says not to remove this hose. So that's the first hose I removed. So I did leave it plugged in when I disconnected some of the wires. So maybe that did like a reset or something. I left it connected. I basically just removed both the pumps. I think the inlet pump and the outlet pump, and just kind of examined them. There was like one fiber inside one of the pumps. Didn't seem like it was blocking anything. I kind of rotated the little pump wheels to make sure they turned. So maybe I freed something up there. I'm not really sure. Last night I checked the screen. Inside there's a screen on the bottom, so I unscrewed that and pulled it out. Then pulled out the screen and just kind of cleaned all that out a little bit and ran some vinegar inside there and just kind of cleaned it up with some vinegar. Tried to start it, and it wasn't doing any of this at all. It did let some water in. It kind of flooded the bottom, and then it just kind of hung up, so I would click cancel, and then it would cycle the water out of it. I also disconnected the at the top basket. Basically there's the wheel that spins around, or the blade that spins around and shoots the water. I kind of disconnected that off the basket. Just kind of looked at everything, blew some, you know, just pushed some air through it. Nothing came out. Everything seemed free. Remounted it, made sure that it pushed back against the wall. There's like a tube coming out of the back wall, so the water comes in right here, wraps around, and then feeds in, and I imagine it goes you know, to that little central, there's like a central tube that comes out the back that then shoots the hot water to the top blade and the bottom blade, and just kind of checked those out, disconnected those, reconnected those. They didn't seem like they were blocked. It actually seemed pretty clean. So I don't know, maybe pulling some wires and putting them back in did it. Maybe moving it freed something up. I'm not really sure why it's working now. I'm sure it's only going to work for like a couple weeks and then do it again. But yeah, so I'd like to tell you how I repaired this thing, but I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel. I can now add dryers and dishwashers to my repertoire.